What's up everyone, it's Amanda here from AmandaMHayes.com. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics today, a really hot topic in the world of nutrition, juicing versus blending. So I get this question all the time. We even see juicing and blending used interchangeably on blogs and Facebook posts. What we want to do is clear up that confusion because they are completely different. They're going to have very different impacts on the body. But we want to understand the main differences and why we should really be incorporating both into our weekly regimen. So let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to get started with juicing today. So juicing is actually relatively new to my weekly regimen. I've had my Vitamix here for a little bit over a year now. It's gotten a lot of use, so I thought I would have to bring something else into the mix. I actually use my juicer more now than I use my Vitamix, which I'm sure the Vitamix is getting a little bit jealous. But I've just seen such immediate impacts from juicing on my health that it's difficult for me not to want to juice every day. So we're going to start with the different types of juicers, and then we're going to talk about why we juice. Different types of juicers. There's centrifugal, masticating, and twin gear juicers. They're going to range from $100 to $500, and you really want to do your research, see which juicer is going to fit into your lifestyle as far as time is concerned, what's going to fit into your budget, because there is such a great range. And a really great resource is discountjuicers.com. They have a ton of videos on YouTube also to help you along the way. That's how I did all the research on my juicer, and this is Omega 8006. So mine's kind of a middle-of-the-road masticating juicer. And with masticating juicers, they run at slower speeds than a centrifugal juicer. So they do take a little bit more time, but the juice that comes out of them is going to be slightly higher quality because we're not oxidizing our fruits and vegetables as much as we would with a centrifugal juicer. Again, it really depends on your lifestyle. If you don't have a lot of time, you're probably going to lean more towards a centrifugal juicer. Totally up to you. So as far as my juicer is concerned, again, it's a masticating, and I purchased it from discountjuicers.com. They offer a $10 coupon, and they do free shipping. There's a 15-year warranty on this bad boy also, which is fantastic. So it's definitely worth the investment. Let's talk about why we juice, because that's why we're all here, right? So there's going to be three main reasons. The first one is that it super hydrates us. A lot of people have trouble getting down the recommended amounts of water every day. They get bored with the taste. It's hard to drink this much water. I've heard a lot of excuses, but we can, juice certain vegetables like celery and cucumber which have a lot of water in them naturally, and get that flavor instead of solely drinking water. So the second reason is that we're really able to absorb the nutrients from the juice, and we're getting rapid nutrition because when we juice, all the fiber is taken out. So our body doesn't have to do as much work to digest and assimilate all of the nutrients. So we're getting this instant energy that I was telling you about earlier, and I've heard many people say also. So you're going to experience such a burst of energy because your body is able to assimilate, digest, absorb all of this amazing nutrition. Third reason is the chlorophyll that we're getting into our diets, into our cells, and into our bodies almost immediately. So when we think about what we want to juice, leafy greens is a really great choice. Leafy greens are by far the #1 food missing in American diets. So when we think about the standard American diet, or what we call the SAD diet, which I think is a hilarious play on words, we're really missing leafy greens. So when I'm talking about leafy greens, I'm speaking to kale, romaine lettuce, which are what we have here, rainbow chard, Swiss chard, spinach, bok choy, dandelion greens. There's a whole slew of them out there. You have to pick and choose and experiment, see what you're gonna like. But those are gonna be really great options to juice. And why I love the Omega is because it's really good and talented at juicing leafy greens. So when my pulp comes out, it's completely dry, which is what you wanna look for, because then you know all of that power-packed nutrition and all of that, amazingness from the leafy greens is right into your juice. So now we're going to talk about downsides to juicing, which is kind of a bummer because I hate talking about the downsides because it is so fantastic, but I want to give you as much information as possible so you can make an educated decision. So downsides to juicing, there's only two of them. It's a little bit more time consuming than blending. So it has more parts, right, than a blender. So it's going to take you a little bit more time to take it apart, clean all the pieces. Don't let that deter you. A lot of people freak out about the timing that it takes to clean a juicer. It's literally less than 5 minutes. And second, the concern is often how much produce that we go through. Again, I think, the pros absolutely outweigh the cons when it comes to this argument. but we are gonna go through a lot of produce. So when we look at what I have on the table right here, a bunch of kale, 2 bunches of romaine, apple, lemon, beet, carrot. If we were to juice all this, we would probably get between 2.5 and 3 servings of juice, which doesn't seem like a lot. If I were to stick this in the blender, we would get a lot more than that. But again, you're not getting the same quality of nutrition. So now we're going to talk about blending. We're going to switch gears a little bit, figuratively and literally, and talk about all the benefits of blending. Alright, so blending time. As far as blending is concerned, we really want to look for a higher power blender. This is going to micronize the nutrients for us and provide optimal digestion. So when we think about a lower gear blender, they might not be able to break up some of those foods that we really want to be blending, such as the leafy greens like kale and the green apples, and that's going to leave potentially chunks in our drink and not provide for optimal digestion. So whether you purchase a Vitamix or not is completely up to you, but I would look for something that is higher speed and is really going to be able to break these types of foods down. So let's talk about why we blend. Big reason is that we're getting all the fantastic fiber that we're missing when we juice into our bodies. That's going to pull out the toxins and have us feeling really good, help with digestion. Again, most Americans are missing that high quality fiber in their diet, so this is a really great way to get it in. You can make tons of smoothies with flax seeds, you can get fiber from the fruits and vegetables, so it's really up to you. My second favorite reason why blending is awesome is that we can play with the recipes. So we can make a different type of green smoothie every day. We can make smoothies that our kids and our husbands and picky people in our lives are going to enjoy. So all it takes is some cacao powder, banana, peanut butter, and you can throw some spinach in there and nobody's going to know that there's greens. So again, good sneaky way to get greens into the diet. Let's talk about the impact that juicing and blending can have on our diets. When we juice and blend, we really want to look for a ratio of 3:1 vegetables to fruit. That's going to allow us to get all of that power-packed nutrition that we were talking about earlier. So as far as the impact is concerned, let's think about it. So if we were to take one meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or a snack per se, and alternate a green smoothie or a green juice in there daily, think about how much of an impact that can have on your health. I've seen this happen countless times, and when we look at it over a week, over a month, over a year, you can radically change your health just by incorporating a green juice or a green smoothie into your diet every single day. So blending and juicing, great way to get that liquid, high quality nutrition into our bodies. We're literally rebuilding ourselves by doing these with the right recipes. It's a long-term investment, so I'm not saying to go out and buy a $300 juicer, $500 Vitamix, but do your research, see what's going to work best for your lifestyle. Choosing one of these machines is kind of like choosing a mate, I think, because we need to choose one that's going to be right for us. So it has to work for our budget, it has to work for our lifestyle and our time, and it really has to fit into what we need to get done every day. So I highly recommend that you do your research, see what works best for you, and if you have questions, you can leave them down here. You can go on my Facebook page, Amanda M. Hayes Nutrition. You can go on my website, amandamhayes.com. Look forward to hearing from you guys and hope you're choosing juicing and blending every day.